I got to tell you something that most people don't know. Most Christians don't even read the Old Testament, thinking all they have to do is believe on the Jesus and they're saved, and once saved, always saved, and all those sorts of woke ideas that are far from the truth. As far as the scriptures are, they're as far as the moon away. But anyway, here in Exodus chapter 24 and verse 13, it shows where Moshe went up the mountain and he took Yahshua, or Joshua as the scriptures now have it depicted. Exodus 24:12 says, Then Yahweh said to Moshe, Come up to me on the mountain and be there, and I will give you tablets of stone and the law and commandments which I have written, that you may teach them. So Moshe arose with his assistant Yahshua, and Moshe went up to the mountain of Yahweh. And he said to the elders here in verse 14, Wait here for us until we come back. Indeed, Aaron and Hur are with you. If any man has a difficulty, let him go to them. Then Moshe went up into the mountain, and a cloud covered the mountain. So then from chapter 24 in Exodus all the way to chapter 32 takes place when Yahshua and Moshe start coming down the mountain. But there's a couple things I want to point out there first as they were doing their trek coming down the mountain. And it took 40 days and 40 nights. Moshe and Yahshua were up there on that mountain. Now, some of those things that Moshe was being taught by Father Yahweh while he was fasting there, well, actually, after the fast was done. Moshe was there 40 days and 40 nights, and after that, then our Father revealed to Moshe, even though he had stones engraved with 10 commandments. Please understand, my friends, these teachings accompanied those 10 commandments. Here you can see in Exodus 31:12 where it says, And the Father spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak also to the children of Israel, saying, Surely my Sabbaths you shall keep. Now, most everybody knows that the fourth commandment of the 10 commandments to keep the seventh day holy, that day of rest holy. Well, here he's speaking to Moshe things that are found within the give or take 613 laws, but are not found in the 10 commandments, because we are all to keep the 10 commandments. However, the give or take 613 laws or commandments simply explain, they show you how to keep the 10 commandments. Father Yahweh is here speaking to Moshe exactly that fact, though Moshe had 2 tablets of stone in his hands, or I probably should say 1 in each hand, to deter any arguments, as we must prove all things. But our Father was teaching him the expansion of what the simple wordage there was to keep the seventh day holy. And you won't find this in the 10 commandments, but this shows you how to do so. Exodus 31:13, Speak also to the children of Israel, saying, Surely my Sabbaths you shall keep. And get this, my friends, for it is a sign between me and you throughout your generations, that you may know that I am the Father who sanctifies you. You shall keep the Sabbath, therefore, for it is holy to you. Everyone who profanes it shall surely be put to death. For whoever does any work on it, that person shall be cut off from among his people. Work shall be done for 6 days, but the seventh is the Sabbath of rest, holy to Yahweh. Whoever does any work on the Sabbath day, he shall surely be put to death. Therefore the children of Israel shall keep the Sabbath and observe the Sabbath throughout their generations as a perpetual covenant. And yes, people have broken that covenant, but the 144,000 are going to revive the earth by teaching its inhabitants of all the nations that flow unto us that the Sabbath is a perpetual covenant. It will never end. So of course after that, the children had to make the golden calf and, celebrate their paganism as those that dance around the Christmas tree, and kiss under the mistletoe. Verse 17 again, Exodus 32. And when Yahshua heard the noise of the people as they shouted, he said to Moshe, "There is a noise of war in the camp." But he said, as in Moshe, "It is not the noise of the shout of victory, nor the noise of the cry of defeat, but the sound of singing I hear." So you've got Yahshua thinking that there was war going off in the camp, and Moshe saying, "No, man, that's their heavy metal taking place down in the foothills of this mountain here, So the point being, my friends, when we are gathered finally, please understand that the worldly music just is not going to be allowed. There's not going to be any, whatsoever. So with that, I want y'all to know that I love you. Bye.